Hey everyone, either welcome back or welcome to my channel. And in today's video, I want to talk about some of the lifestyle modifications that I've made that have helped with my IIH. So before we get too far into the video, time for the intro. Hey everyone, my name is Ashley Stewart. So 2018 was actually a pretty hard year for me, but it was also a pretty good year too. So I completed my bachelor's degree in biochemistry. But at the same time, I was also diagnosed with a rare condition called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, or IIH. Some of you may also know this by its older name called pseudotumor cerebri. So, if you're curious to learn more about what it's like to live with this rare condition, then I encourage you to watch on. Don't forget to subscribe, and I upload new content every Monday and Thursday afternoon. A lot of IIH management and treatment involves taking medications. Some people end up needing shunts, sometimes stenting helps, but because there's no official cure for IIH, it's a lot of management. So there are some lifestyle changes that I have made that have really seemed to help. So I want to talk about those today. One of the biggest things that I have done is obviously being compliant with my weight loss. Some doctors do say it's a cure for the condition. For some of us, I believe this is might be true. There are some people who are put into remission with weight loss. And there does seem to be a significant correlation between weight and people with IIH. So I think when it comes to this situation, I still have the attitude of why not try because it helps. So I had, like I've said in some of my other videos, I had every intentions of losing weight post school because I knew I had gained quite a bit of weight, especially in my last semester. Now, this was happening for many different reasons, but most of it was I was moving too little and eating too much, which is the formula for gaining weight. Now that I'm on basically diuretics, I've adopted a very low salt lifestyle. So this the low salt helps with fluid retention and all that. This has been shown in multiple studies and all of that. And the low salt diet has been shown in previous IIH studies to also help with the condition. So basically, avoiding salt as much as I can. And honestly, when I eat too much salt, I do feel it. It's a subtle thing. It's not like I'm put in bed for a couple of days or anything. My head just feels different when I eat too much salt compared to when I'm eating a regular amount of salt. So that's another thing that I've done. A major thing though that I've done in the past month, actually 30-ish days or so, is I've started doing mindfulness meditation. This practice basically involves focusing on your breath and trying to become aware of different things around you while focusing on your breath at the same time. It's basically retraining your brain. I don't really know how to explain this really well because I'm so new into this. For me, the reason why I picked it up was, well, I've been hearing a lot about it, and I found out it was a way to maybe help with the jumping mind. So like my mind would go do 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 do, like it was constantly going constantly between different topics, and it was almost like it was on hyperdrive all the time. And this was happening even at night sometimes, and it was really hard to get to sleep. So when I heard that this might help, I'm just like, well, let's give it a try. I know this is probably going to take more than, a month to try and calm this down, but actually it's been really good since I've been making sure that I meditate every single day. I started off with just doing the 10 minutes. Then just recently, actually, I think in the last 4 or 5 days, I've started doing 10 minutes on my own. And I really think that this has helped me. I've been sleeping a lot better. Like I said, the sleep issue can be a huge issue with a lot of people with IIH. I've noticed that with meditation, once you start to try it, you start to talk about it all the time. Another thing though that I did was I got like basically a helmet type ice pack. And I know I said I liked heat better the for my pain, and it was because it was helping my neck muscles relax quite a bit because my neck stiffness was so bad. And it still is actually a lot of the time. So when my neck gets stiff, I do like to still use the heat. But for this part of my head, for the sore spot, which if you want to hear me talk about that, I'll link the video above. But for the sore spot on my head, it definitely was better to use ice on it. I was just using heat because it could wrap around and stay on there fairly well with the heating pack that I have. But I've actually gotten a headache helmet, and this has been huge for helping me with headaches. It's keeps my head nice and cold, and it's really nice, especially when I start getting a headache. It hasn't helped with absolutely every headache, but it has made a huge difference in probably 95% of my headaches. So it's a significant improvement. I like to try and avoid using medications when I can. I feel like I take too many as it is. As for other things besides, well, exercise, but unfortunately, due to my ankle, that hasn't been happening. That's another reason why I kind of took up the meditation when I did, was because my exercise was kind of a meditative state. So during my exercise, I hit a state it's called flow. So it basically is like a meditation type trance, but it's like an endorphin kick basically, and it feels so good that you basically keep coming back to it. And with this flow state, I knew that I liked this part of the exercise, and it basically is when you hit a specific zone during your workouts. I've gotten this while doing the bike, and I've gotten it while doing Zumba, but it definitely happens more frequently when I'm doing the Zumba fitness. So I needed a way to basically clear my mind. Another way that I basically clear my mind is going for a long walk on the trails. That's why I like did a video on the trails. I really enjoyed just listening to music and walking on the trails. Going for a really long walk is a lot of fun to me, and it's something that I really enjoy when the weather's still nice. So while I have the opportunity to walk on the trails, I usually take advantage of that. I needed that meditation in order to have that ability to clear my headspace as much as what I would with exercise, and I got through it fairly well. There was definitely times that it was more difficult than others, but I will talk about more about that in my update on how I was managed the ankle and what it was like not being able to move around as much. If you guys have anything that you would like to add to the comments down below, feel free to do so. I am always open to video suggestions, how I can improve my content, what you would like to see in the future, and your overall thoughts on the video. So, as for now, that's it for today. Bye, everyone.